that's real good.
Hey, Nurse CEOs, it's Crystal P. I am back with another video. Before I get started, you already know what to do. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you know when I go live again and drop another video. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a nurse practitioner who owns a spa location, and I also teach and coach. I coach nurses on how to start their IV hydration businesses, and then also other businesses that nurses are looking to start. So I'm just coming in today and I just want to talk about the importance of community and networking, because that is so important when you're looking to become an entrepreneur. There have been so many times that I have networked and collaborated with someone that I hit up in their DMs. And what you'll notice is that people are pretty friendly when it comes to sharing information or sharing some tips on what you can do to get started. So I would say don't be afraid to go slide inside the DMs. Let someone know that you admire what they're doing. You know, you just had a question or two you wanted to ask them, and to help you head in the right direction. Now, you know, I talk so much on this channel about coaching and how important coaching is. So I will always say, for the specific thing that you want to do, make sure you get yourself up under a coach. But it's also very important to find a community of like-minded people who you can hang with and vibe with and bounce ideas off of. So I am a part of the Nurse Boss Mob Inner Circle with Dr. Kiana Jones. She's also my business partner, but she has a community of nurses, and there's about 6 of us in that specific group, and we meet once a week and we go over what we're doing, what we're trying to do. Coach helps us, walks us through, talks us through whatever we're trying to do in our separate coaching programs. And it's so amazing to have that community of women, because out of that community I probably have like 2 or 3 more business deals that I'm doing that I wouldn't have had just staying in my small community here, right? So Dr. Jones lives in LA, and by the way, I found her through sliding in her DMs a couple years ago, and the rest is history. But these other women live in Texas, Chicago, Tennessee. They're all over the world, right? And we are able to come together, even though it's virtually. And we actually just had a meetup recently in Chicago, and it was so much fun. And I'll talk about that too. We went to the Chicago Nurse Expo, in which our coach had basically told us that we were going to go and vend at that event. And it was so amazing to see so many nurses who were interested in the coaching programs that we had to offer. I also took my lotion, which is part of my products business that I created, and I sold out, which I'm so excited about. So I took the lotion and I sold that. But in doing that event and talking to so many nurses who were burnt out and looking for a way out, and I just told, and then the next day we actually Kiana hosted a brunch, but it was just great to be in the environment. And what I love is when a nurse first finds out about entrepreneurship and other things that they can do in nursing beside being at the bedside. That is my passion. My passion is to show people this new way, show people this new side of nursing that was kind of kept quiet and kept to a select few people before, now has exploded, right? Nurses becoming their own boss, becoming entrepreneurs. And I love when a nurse is first enlightened on what that means for them and their quality of life, and getting their freedom back, and no longer having to exchange time for money, and being able to have the time and the freedom to not have to ask if they could take a day off and spend that time with their friends and family. I love that. So it was actually the next day at the brunch, there was a guy who was a waiter, and he was kind of like the main hostess of the brunch, and he spent probably like an hour after talking to us about how we changed his life. And that was because he's a nursing student, and he was a paramedic And he said he was a paramedic for 16 years and he was in his last semester of nursing school. And the fact that we came unexpected, because you imagine, right? You're in nursing school, you're a new grad. He's already had, he told us that he's already had patient care experience being a paramedic. And he already knows that he does not want to spend his whole nursing career in the hospital. He's like, I do not want to do bedside. So can you imagine being in a room where these women are talking about goals and how you can do whatever you want, and how you can create the life you want, and how you can start businesses, and how you just have to get up under the right community and coaching. We gave him life. And let me tell you, he told each and every one of us that we gave him life. He said that he felt that God blessed him with that job just to be there on that day to hear us speak. And that is what community is about, finding like-minded people, right? So if he wasn't like-minded, he would be like, well, I don't know why they're talking about that. I want to be this type of nurse, which is totally fine. But when you find your tribe, because he had already been thinking, I don't want to be in patient care. And he was like, I feel so free being able to say that amongst you guys, because most people I can't tell my classmates that I really don't want to patient care and bedside like that. They would look at me crazy. Like, how are you going to get your experience? But to be able to say it so freely, I don't want to be stuck in the hospital on bedside, and to be able to hear this talk when you're just going to work on a regular day and you hear this, is so mind-blowing. And that's what I love doing. I love exposing nurses to other careers and other possibilities, and exposing them to this life that I was able to create for myself, and then also meeting other like-minded people who are on the same journey as me. So if we're in the same journey of how can we keep ourselves out of the hospital, all we're doing daily is thinking about different businesses we can start, different opportunities to make money, different investments we can make to have our money make money for us. And that is my whole point of being a coach for nurses, is I want to expose nurses to a community of like-minded people where they can find their tribe and bounce ideas, and we can all be cross-promoting, cross-collaborating, thinking of other businesses we can start, and just living a life of freedom and making smart investments, and using our money for other things, making our money work for us. And I think that's one thing that nurses have to be intentional about, and that's making our money work for us, because we have been conditioned to work in these hospitals, and as nurses you get lots of overtime, but that overtime life gets tiring. And we make good money. I mean, not every nurse makes good money, but let me just say, where I live, the job I had, I made good money. But what is that good money if I'm just going to spend it as fast as I'm making it, and I'm not taking the time to learn about investments and different business I could put my money into? Not everyone has to be an entrepreneur, and I understand that, but at least know about investing your money and letting your money work for you, so that you can stop working all this overtime, killing yourselves. Stop taking all these travel assignments, being away from your family, because while some travel assignments are great, you usually make good money, but let's not act like you don't work 4 and 5 days straight. Let's act like you don't get the worst patients when you get there. Let's not act like you don't have haters. And I'm sure after a while that gets tiring. And yes, it might be something to do to make the type of money that you want to make, but imagine doing a traveling assignment and taking that money and investing it in things that you never have to work overtime again. If you still like working at the bedside, work here 2 days a week and get out of there. I mean, that's the life I want to live. I don't know about everybody, but I'm just saying, if you're with me and you're rolling with me and you're like-minded and you want to be a part of my community that I'm trying to create, then please start by subscribing to this channel. And then you can text NURSECEO, all one word, NURSECEO, to 866-846-0168. And what I will be doing is dropping the new community that I am starting, to where those nurses who are looking to start businesses, don't know what business to start, don't know where to start, I can bring you into my community and show you my world of amazing nurses who are making great investments, either in business, crypto, day trading, hotels, mobile labs. And if you haven't, please go watch my video on 25 businesses that nurses can start. But nurses who are doing those things, that's what I want to show you how to invest your money, show you how to save your money, and show you how to get in this business game if that's what you choose to do. So again, text NURSECEO to 866-846-0168 to be a part of the community. So I hope you got something from this video to know that networking and a community of people who are like-minded, they are out there no matter what you're interested in. If you're not interested in business or investing at all and you're interested in something else, please get around, find your community. It's out there. Just Google it, Instagram, just really set forth to find your community and network. If that means that I took a flight, I always tell this story. I took a flight both 4 months and 7 months pregnant. 4 months pregnant, I took a flight to be around a community. I went to the Nurse Power Brunch, where I just felt a burning desire to meet other nurses who are doing other things besides bedside nursing. I just wanted to find a community, so I took a flight, and during that trip, or during that brunch, I was able to meet someone who was teaching IV hydration. And then at 7 months pregnant, I flew out again, same day flight, flew, took the class, came back home to learn IV hydration, which set me off into my next business venture. But I say all that to say is I was yearning for community. I was yearning to meet like-minded people. So I took a flight and I went and networked, and then the rest is really history. So just a little bit of encouragement. Again, text the number. I hope you found some value and inspiration in this video. Please comment and let me know if this video helped you, or if you want me to do a video on something else, and I will graciously do so. All right, guys, hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.